You tuned in to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. What up, my people? You tuned into the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. I'm sitting here thinking, right? And I'm thinking about what makes the greats great. Like, what about the GOATs that we know? The Tupacs, the Malcolm X's, the Akhenaten's, the Michael Jacksons, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe's, right? The Muhammad Ali's, the Mike Tyson's. What makes the greats great? And to me, it's not just about the numbers you put up, right? Although that has a fact, it's a factor. But it's not just about the numbers. It's not just about, because a lot of people, you could sell records, you could sell movies, right? It doesn't mean that could be entertaining to the masses, or you can make music that's entertaining or that's good for the masses, like a radio pop song, and you can sell 1 billion records, right? That doesn't mean that it's great. And what I keep coming back to is what makes the greats great is their ability to innovate, and it comes from a real place. Like, see, Tupac is different in this aspect. While he did change the game, and like nobody had a flow like Tupac's, his flow and delivery felt real. Like every word that he spoke, you felt like that was really him. That's how he truly felt, and that he was living that way, right? But it was also his delivery, his cadence, how I live a thug life, I'm hopeless. Like, it was all that. Nobody was coming with the cadence and the rhyme style that he had. A lot of people imitated it after he was gone, right? But there was, at that time, there was nobody doing his type of flow like him at all. Then I come to Michael Jackson, right? And this man was just, he innovated dancing. Like, people can dance their ass off, right? People can go and practice, and we know Michael Jackson, as a young kid, he was practicing. His father, we know, everybody knows that Joe Jackson pretty much whooped them into practicing and wouldn't let them stop practicing. But people can practice all day and not move like Michael Jackson. It's something about, he just moved different. It was a way, like other people can moonwalk, but when we seen Michael Jackson moonwalk, it hit different. Like, just the way he moved, it felt like he was born to do this, right? That even like his robot dances, how he does the robot, like everything that he did, it was innovative in the fact that nobody can move like him. He just did moves that was unique to him and that nobody could really replicate. There's a whole bunch of Michael Jackson impersonators, and there might be some good ones, some great ones, but they ain't doing it like Mike. They ain't doing it like the originator, like the source. And that's the source. And that's what I come back to is for what makes the greats great. So Michael Jordan, another one. These people, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, they can win championships. They can put up 100 points, 200 points, be a scoring, the highest scorer, right? LeBron James can be the highest scorer ever, right? But it's the way that he did it. It's the way that Jordan did it. It's the moves that he did that only he can do. The jumping from the, like, we've seen people dunk like Jordan, kind of like Julius Erving was. He was like the Jordan before Jordan, right? He was like the predecessor. So, but even in that, Julius Erving, Dr. J did not move and dunk like Jordan. Only Jordan can do what Jordan did. And look, Kobe, he's another GOAT, but Kobe is another one where he pretty much did his best impersonation of Michael Jordan, and he admitted this. He like his move, everything he did looked like he was just copying what Mike did, from the fadeaway to the jumper to how he dribbled to his spin move fadeaway. All that came from Jordan. And so it wasn't just the way that it wasn't just the fact that he won the championships, which that's a factor, right? And being great is to win a championship, especially in the NBA or in any sport, really. But it's the way in which he did it, the flair, the finesse, the innovative moves. Jordan got so many highlight reels, it's ridiculous of how he moved. Nobody could do it like him, and it felt authentic. Like all these people that I'm naming, it feels like, even though they practice a lot, it feels like this is just second nature to them. Like they're just gifted, and most of these people are at some point, in a certain point, they're gifted, right, from God. They have a gift. All these people, whether it's music, sports, whatever, they're born with a certain ability. Now they can they maximize their ability by practicing, but to a certain extent, they didn't need to. They already had a God-given gift. Tupac, another one, very prolific. They've had interviews of people that worked with Tupac and how he was in the studio. Who was it? Corrupt talk about when Tupac came to Death Row. He said they'd make like one song a day or a week. He said they make one song a week. They'd be in the studio smoking, put the beat on, right? Hour go by, 2 hours, then they record it. Then they'll listen to it for like a week. They'll record it, then listen to it in the car for like a week, and then they'll make another song. When Pac came, he said he changed the whole structure of how Death Row recorded music because he was so prolific. He would record music. He was recording in such a fast pace that he didn't even listen to the tracks. Like when he was done with it, all right, move to the next one. He wasn't like Corrupt and the Dog Pound and Snoop to where they would listen to the track that they did for like a week or a couple days, which I've written music before too, and I kind of did the same thing. Like, yeah, I'll listen to it for like a week and then make another song, right? No, Pac was in the studio. He'd be in the studio maybe all night or whatever, how many hours. He'll come out with 3, 4, 5 songs in that night. That's why Pac has unreleased music to this day. This man had hundreds upon hundreds of unreleased tracks at the time of his passing because he was so prolific with the pen. He can write. He can record a song as fast as he can write it. He can write a hit within minutes, 5-10 minutes. He could write a hit, and he would produce those songs and go right to the next one. So he changed the whole way people recorded. And Corrupt even said it himself. He's like, they thought the Corrupt and Dog Pound and Snoop thought they was doing something, and then they seen Pac record, and it was like, oh, y'all ain't doing nothing. Like he really showed them how to really hustle and how to like really work hard in the music game and how to record. He said they'll like to mix it and master it and listen to it 100 times. He said Pac would let the engineers do all that. Like once he recorded, his job is done. Let the engineers do their job. They can mix it, master it, and we on to the next one. So he got he still got unreleased tracks. How many years has it been since he passed? 30 years. And then other people like revolutionaries, like a Malcolm X, like a Martin Luther King. Why they're so great, like a Akhenaten, is because they come in the game and they change their way of thinking is so different, and they make changes worldwide or nationwide. This is what revolutionaries do, right? Akhenaten changed the whole religion of ancient Egypt, from the worship of many gods to the worship of one God. That's why his religion, his God was called the Aten. His religion is so closely tied with Judaism and Christianity because here we have a historical, actual archaeological evidence of a person that lived, that was worshiping one God. Had a religion behind it, and this was at the time of, supposedly at the time, almost the exact time that Moses was supposed to have lived. But we don't have any archaeological evidence of Moses, but we do have evident archaeological proof of what Akhenaten believed in, what his religion was, and they tried to wipe him out. They tried to wipe him out from existence. It did not work. They left him and the 3 kings that followed him, the 3 pharaohs that followed him. There's 4 pharaohs they left off the king's list in Egypt. Akhenaten, Semakari, that was after Akhenaten. Then we had then we had King Tut, and then we had They all 4 of those pharaohs, they left off the king's list because that's how much they hated him. They called him the rebel pharaoh, right? The rebel pharaoh, which he was a revolutionary. He even changed the art, how he depicted family life. Him in a scene with his daughter, showing his daughter's love and his wife's love. The style of art changed. It was more realism, more stylized. It wasn't just him smiting his enemy and looking all tough and stuff. He actually depicted real life, and also he depicted his God with no form. There was no human form of his God, just like in Christianity, just like in Judaism. The only thing that represented his God was the sun and its rays, and at the end of the rays it had hands, and it would be holding the Ankh, which is the sign of life. And So yeah, there was no image. There was no idol worship. He got rid of all that. So these people that come in the game and they change the world. This is what makes them great. And the simple fact is, with all these, that what they have in common is it rings true, right? Because a lot of people can be great at something, but some people, it seems like it might be forced. These people, it wasn't forced with them. It was like, this is what they was born to do. This is like second nature to them, what they're doing. And that's what rings true. Pac just rang of true. Not to say Pac wasn't the biggest, toughest gangster, right? But what he spoke about was actually who he was. He wasn't saying he was. He actually made it a point to not say he was a gangster. He specifically called himself a thug to differentiate himself from the gangsters. Because look, he said he's not a thug. He's just a regular dude. He from the gutter, right? He's not no big tough gangster. He's a thug because he's just a regular dude, but he's not no punk either. He fights back. And that's why he called himself a thug and not a gangster. These people and what they were doing, it was like second nature to them. This is literally what God gave them a gift to do. And they built upon that gift by practicing, by honing in on a craft. But to me, what makes a great is to do something that nobody else can replicate. They can try. They can. Like I said, there's plenty of Michael Jordan impersonators. There's plenty of Michael Jackson impersonators that try to mimic and look how they look when they're doing what they're doing. But you cannot copy you're not going to get an exact copy of the source or the originator of what they're trying to do. And that's what made these people great, is that nobody can do exactly what it is that they did. This is what stands the test of time. This is why Tupac's music is timeless. This is why Michael Jackson's music is timeless. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, their way of thinking and what they did for black people in America it was unprecedented to that point. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. What makes the greats, in your opinion, what makes the greats great? What is it? What factors in? What factors do you consider when you saying that person's a GOAT? What's the factors? I want to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and shout out to the members. We got memberships now, $1.99 a month. Shout out Angela Reddick. Shout out John Paul. Keep your head up and your eyes open. I'm out.
You're now listening to the 7-Day Theory. Hard body, hard soul, hard